Whoa, there's your tweet. I worked hard with Bill Ford to keep the Lincoln plant in Kentucky. I owed it to the great state of Kentucky for their confidence in me. He will be keeping the Lincoln plant in Kentucky, no Mexico. That's Donald Trump. The tweet that Ford Motors isn't moving production from his Louisville Lincoln plant in Kentucky to Mexico is being greeted as a political coup for President-elect Donald Trump. But I got to tell you, it's really still a small win in a battle of a much larger war. Ford faces a dilemma of having to compete against rivals that are spending billions of dollars on plants in Mexico, not only to take advantage of that cheaper labor cost, but also Mexico has 40 trade agreements and it allows them duty-free access to the largest export markets in the world. You know, Europe has a 10% duty on U.S. cars. That's right. The EU also has a 22% duty on our trucks, pickups I'm talking about. Now, the whole American car issue has become even murkier because so many foreign automakers have operations in the United States. In fact, according to Cars.com, there are only eight American-made cars. So what we're talking about is you got to have 75% of your parts made domestically, and only 3 of them are from the so-called Detroit Big Three. And the most American car of them all, by the way, I don't know if anybody got it. Ready? The Toyota Camry. That's right. So can production be brought back to the United States, and will it take dramatic actions such as individual company tariffs to make these CEOs do the right thing? Joining me now, John Tamny and Brad Thomas. John, you know, listen, tough talk. You know, Ford, you know, reaching out to Donald Trump. We hear Apple looking into ways to perhaps bring back iPhone production in this country. Maybe corporate America is listening.
Yeah, but how awful. Production can be brought back to the United States, but it'd only be at the expense of a failed economic presidency for Donald Trump. It's the equivalent of 100 years ago, a politician getting elected and saying, you know what, I'm going to destroy the tractor to bring back farm jobs. Nothing against manufacturing jobs, but that's yesterday's work. If we want to go back to yesterday, that's fine, but if we bring back manufacturing, investment will leave the United States, and with it, so will job creation.
But we're the #1 consumer market in the world, Brad. I mean, is there a way to leverage that?
Yeah, I think there is. I mean, I think Donald Trump, I mean, he ran on this job creation ticket, and you know, it's interesting that he took credit for the Ford maneuver, but again, I think he's going to bring these, he's going to take what it needs for this country to bring these jobs back and these companies to stay there.
How does he do it, Brad? I mean, you wrote a book about Donald Trump. You know about his economic policies and what he's capable of doing. Can he make this happen? I mean, because a lot of economic purists say it just doesn't make sense. Guys like John are saying, there's no way to make it work in a modern society where computers are out there, cheap labor is out there, we're 5% of the population, we want to sell to the rest of the world.
Sure. What we're seeing is the art of the deal going to work. I mean, we read about his book. In my book, ironically, I talk about Ford and the 110-year-old iconic car brand. And what that means, Ford is a luxury car brand. Donald Trump is a luxury brand. He knows how to bring together these luxury components, and that's what he's going to do for this country. You know, whether he took credit for Ford or not, I think you're going to see him do more and more deals, bringing the right architects, bringing the right engineers, the right people. We're already seeing that in the White House now, that can help make America great and create jobs.
John, I mean, certainly with lower taxes, fewer regulations, taking advantage of our homegrown energy sources, there's got to be a way we can bring some manufacturing back and to sort of create some form of a renaissance. By the way, Barack Obama promised a manufacturing renaissance.
Yeah, and we're supposed to take Obama's economic policy seriously because he was a great economic president. Look, we can bring back manufacturing jobs, but if you want to see the end result of that, look at Detroit, look at Flint. Places that live in the past don't have a lot of job creation because job creation is a function of investment. To bring back manufacturing jobs is to go back into the past and repel the very investment necessary for job creation. This path that Trump wants to take us on narrowly, I love the tax cuts, but this path is anti-economic growth and anti-job creation.
Right, you don't agree with that, do you?
I do not agree. I mean, I live in Greenville, Spartanburg, South Carolina. We're home of BMW, the largest automotive manufacturing company, you know, in the U.S. We have Michelin Tire Corporation, headquartered in Greenville, Spartanburg, South Carolina. I live in a market where I've seen this country or this county benefit from this massive job growth. We're hundreds and hundreds of jobs, putting money in people's pockets, more retail sales. So no, I absolutely disagree. this manufacturing market is very, very strong. I think Donald Trump is going to bring tremendous value to manufacturing in the U.S., and that's what this country needs is jobs.
Well, I think we'll all agree on that. Gentlemen, thank you both very much. Appreciate it.